The Indian Air Force chief has called the Russian MiG-35 combat fighter jet a completely new aircraft, but he also added that the Air Force will select a fighter jet after following the due process of tender, evaluation process and test flights. The procurement system remains the same, but the fighter jet tender will proceed to consideration at the next stages, only after the Indian test pilot makes an introductory flight on the proposed aircraft. The MiG-35 is equipped with 5th-generation navigation systems and helmet-mounted targeting system, while Russia is also planning to equip its MiG-35 with laser-based systems in the future. The Indian Navy chief has said that the second Scorpene-class submarine is expected to be commissioned by September, and the superior stealth of the submarine will enable it to undertake different types of missions including anti-surface and anti-submarine operations, along with intelligence gathering and mine-laying operations. The Indian Navy is also planning for hybrid electric propulsion system for its third aircraft carrier, which will be developed in partnership with a US-based partner. The Defense Ministry is going slow on the third carrier, as officials have suggested optimal utilization of resources for other critical purchases like submarines and advanced frigates, as the cost of construction of the carrier without the fighter jets would exceed 70,000 crore rupees. The central government is planning to restructure the Ordnance Factory Board to perform on the lines of global manufacturers, and the restructuring will result in greater autonomy and lesser government control on the corporation. The Indian government will pay the salaries for the first 5 years after corporatization, but the Ordnance Factory Board will have to earn enough to bear these costs thereafter. According to the information released by the Department of Defense Production, Indian defense exports have more than doubled to 11,000 crore rupees due to recent policy liberalization and access to the US market. The biggest purchaser of Indian defense exports has been the US, which accounts for nearly 5,000 crore rupees worth of exports, and the US defense contractors are happy with the low cost of production in India and have agreed to procure several components of aircraft and defense systems. The Indian government will be issuing an open general export license to push the private and public sector companies to export their equipment, which will give more access to the global market. As per latest reports, the Chinese Navy has not yet decided whether to use the J-31 as its new carrier-borne stealth fighter jet, or to adopt a modified version of the J-20, which is already operated by its Air Force. China is also working on presenting a shorter version of the J-20, which will be more suitable for carrier operations. Chinese Navy currently operates the J-15, which is an unreliable and unauthorized copy of the Russian Su-33.